Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Choosing Beggar Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe and click on notifications so you don't miss out on the fun. In our first story, a choosing beggar is unsatisfied with the quality of the free masks available. That won't stop her from stealing all of them though. Let's jump right in. I've been sewing fabric face masks and either donating them to the fire department that requests them or putting them on my lawn for anyone to take for free. I'm a slow sewer, so it takes many hours to make a small batch. I posted on Nextdoor that anyone is welcome to take, but limit to 2 per person unless they tell me they need more. I've been putting 6 to 12 out a day, a couple times per week for the last few weeks, and people seem to appreciate it. So my doorbell rings and I assume she's here to leave a donation for the masks, which a couple people have done. I have to tell her to back away from the door before I open it to social distance. Hi, I was wondering if you have cuter patterns for the masks. Not really, sorry. I can't wear these masks though. I'm not a fan of those colors. Well, they're free. It's a take what there is type of thing. I would be happy to make you a custom one for a price. I don't think it's fair to only have a few styles. Please be more considerate about others' preference. Sorry about that. I'm using up the fabric I have on hand. It's fine. I'd like a mint floral one and an all black one too for hubby, and my daughter loves Mickey Mouse. I actually never considered making children's size masks for some reason. Oh wow, I need to put out some kid sizes too. Give me your email and I'll give you a price. I should be able to make quite a few of each too. I'll only charge for the fabric. Price? Shouldn't they be free? I mean, the ones here are free. Now I'm confused and annoyed. Never mind. They're free. You don't have to take them. Have a nice day. I go back inside, slam the door, and watch her from the window. She stood there for a few seconds dumbfounded, then walked up to the masks, took all 6, and drove away. I was so angry. I ran outside to cuss her out at taking them and wasting my time, but she was already in her car by then. I hate people sometimes. OP, you sound like an amazing person, and as such, you probably don't want to start a neighborhood war over the masks. I, on the other hand, would be staring at the Nextdoor app on my phone wondering what kind of trouble I could get into. In story number 2, we see just what types of choosing beggars appear when you advertise on Facebook. I keep getting choosing beggars on one of my sales ads on Facebook. Normally, I just delete them when I get the rare occasional one, but it's happened a lot with this ad in particular for some reason, and it's starting to get old. I'm renovating my home that had previously been a rental home. Needless to say, there were a lot of repairs that needed to be done. One of the ones I've completed this week was replacing a water-damaged sink vanity and the sink top and the sinks that went with it, as the top wouldn't match the new cabinet going in. Instead of just throwing the top and sinks away, I listed it on Facebook Marketplace to see if maybe someone might accidentally see the ad who might need parts or even the faucets, and I could just give it to them. I listed it for $5 because free ads get overlooked or lost. But to anyone who has asked, I tell them they are available and free if they can just come get them. And then I eventually changed it to say free on the ad tonight after renewing it because it's been 7 days since the original post. This was the exact words on the ad before. 2 sinks, $5, listed a week ago in My City, USA. 2 sinks need cleaning and repair, but might be good for parts or to put the 2 together to make one decent one. They are attached to a damaged countertop that was removed from a mobile home due to water damage on cabinet it had been resting on, and new cabinet was a different size, so these need to go. They aren't the best, but hate to throw them away without first seeing if maybe someone needs or could use them. Must pick up the whole thing. Free, just come get them. You can very clearly see in the picture that they are resting on grass, outside, and are not the best looking sinks by any means. Keep this in mind. First replier messaged at 2:14 a.m. the day after I posted them, wanting to come get them. Right then, asking for my address at 2:14 in the morning. Did you suddenly decide to start working on your bathroom at 2 a.m. or something? No, I'm not giving you my address in the middle of the night. Are you serious? The only thing anyone in my yard will be getting at 2 a.m. is the cops called, and possibly my gun aimed at them depending on their intentions. For your information, I'm legally licensed to open carry or conceal in my state. Mama don't play. Second one said they wanted them, but wanted me to bring them to their place, an hour away. Yeah, not happening. They want me to pay gas to bring them something for free because they were doing me the favor of taking them off my hands? It doesn't work that way, bucko. Now the third one, free, but they don't want them because they have been outside. The picture shows they are outside. The backdrop is grass, so I'm supposed to keep a water-damaged countertop with parts I don't need sitting in my home somewhere until Karen is ready to come pick it up? This logic doesn't compute. I even re-edited the ad to include the headline to please read entire ad, that they were stored outside in bad condition, must be picked up, and not to message late at night or early in the morning. Yet, I doubt that is going to help. I've decided I'm demolishing the old countertop and sinks to have it all taken off by garage pickup on Monday morning. It's no longer worth trying to offer something for free. And here's an edit. I didn't even get this posted yet and had another dinging me about these stupid sinks at 12:15 a.m. In story 3, we have a choosing beggar who rides for free. She still manages to get an incredible sense of entitlement, though. So I used to give this girl a ride home from work. I drive deliveries among other things, and my boss would occasionally have me run personal errands for him. I generally try to refuse taking payment, but sometimes he insists. This girl I work with caught wind of this and started asking me for rides home. The thing is, she got off before me, so it was often like, stop working and drive me home. Which sometimes I didn't mind, but sometimes I was completely overwhelmed with other things. Sometimes I just didn't want to, and sometimes I could tell my boss wasn't too pleased about it. I would make her ask, because I wasn't wasting my good favor and boss's patience on her rides. She offered me money once or twice, to which I said no, partly to be nice, and partly because I didn't want her to think I owed her anything once she paid me. Anyway, she started getting really entitled about it. Like one day I'm unloading kegs into the beer room with my boss, and she comes up having given no forewarning that she might need a ride today. She asked if I could stop working to drive her home. I told her I'd probably be about 10 minutes, to which she scoffed annoyedly, rolled her eyes, and gestured to her watch as if to say I was inconveniencing her. My boss was annoyed, I was annoyed, and she was completely ungrateful. Still, I obliged her. She is a smoker, as was I at the time, so I also allowed her to smoke in my car. I guess this one day, if not the same day as above, then very close to it, she left a lighter in my car. I see her like 2 days later, and she asks me if I have her lighter because she left it in my car. I kind of can't believe she even cares, but I tell her I'll look. When I couldn't find it, I said I didn't have it and my wife might have taken it, thinking it was one of mine. She replies, "Okay, just bring it back tomorrow." Now I'm getting annoyed because I've never taken a dime of gas money, and she's shaking me down for a $2 lighter she dropped 3 days ago now? Anyway, I mumble something non-committal and go about my day. I see her a day or two later, and her first question is, "Did you ask your wife about that lighter?" I said, "I don't know. No, I don't have it." She replies, "Well, can you maybe call her?" It took all I had not to explode on her. You want me to call my wife about a nondescriptive lighter you dropped in my car during one of many free rides days ago. This doesn't sound ridiculous to you? So I went and dug through my work bag and gave her my own personal lighter from my pack just so she'd back off. But it was at this point I decided this was going to have to stop. She was getting really irritating, like starting to call me at home to come get her. And my wife was getting sick of it too, kinda wondering why this girl needs me to drive her to and from work for free when everyone else gets themselves around. She lives no more than a 30-minute walk from work anyway. The final morning she called me for a ride and I picked her up. I told her I wouldn't be giving her any rides anymore. She obviously wasn't too happy, and it took almost 3 months for her to stop saying things like, "Hey, where's that delivery going?" Implication towards my house. "Oh yeah, well I guess I'm gonna call my cab, even though I barely made any tips today." You'd think after I didn't oblige her obvious suggestions, she'd give up, but it took at least 3 months for her to stop, and she still occasionally tries to get one in. So that's my choosy beggar. Definitely not as infuriating as most of the people I read on here, but it bugged me. In our final story today, our OP narrowly manages to avoid becoming a choosing beggar. Don't do it! Don't do it! I celebrate Sushi Wednesday, because why the flip not? And it gives me a specific day of the week to wear one of my many pairs of sushi socks. I ordered delicious Japanese food from a restaurant close to where I work. I and others from the company regularly get food from this place, and it's definitely a favorite of mine. I placed my order online and show up to retrieve the goods. They say, "Oh yes, you had this and this and this, right?" No, I ordered one dish and a ramen. Cue horror from the manager. "We accidentally gave your order to someone else. We will remake it very quickly for you." They also call the person they gave my food to ask them to come get their actual order. I sit and wait and am sad that I only have my phone and not my book. Finally, I see the manager walking over with what's clearly my replacement food as my phone rings. It's one of my coworkers who tells me that they have my food and theirs is still at the restaurant, and could I just bring it to them and we're all set. I do have a good laugh and tell the manager this. We do have very similar names, so it was understandable. He hands me their order and I have this moment of thinking, what about the food you just brought over? Can't I have that too? I had to wait. But then was like, nah, I'm getting what I ordered anyway, and it will probably still be too hot to eat right away regardless. I did get my food and it was still piping hot. I got yaki udon that time, not sushi. Good times. And let that be a lesson to my coworkers not to order from that restaurant without me. I want to congratulate the OP for using such strength of will to stop from becoming a choosing beggar. Nicely done. This has been John from /bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then please hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like and share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.